Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series getting the most MGP out of a gold saucer every Friday when the Fashion Report minigame begins judging. This week is 393 and the theme is Jester Magician, with the clues Motley Crew for your helm, I Believe in Magic for chest, Fits Like a Wrist Glove for your gloves, and Do Rats Fly for your feet. In this video we have a 100 score, an 80 with dies, and the easiest 80 possible. For a 100 score then, as you can see, I went for the Harlequin cap. This is something you can actually get from Dawntrail Darkhold, or you can actually find this on the market board. It is a market tradable dungeon drop. Obviously, Dawntrail Darkhold is pretty easy to unsynchronize. Alternatively, the Mouldering Jester's cap, and I believe the Evanstar hat will also work for gold this week, but this is probably the easiest to go and get. For our chest, I went for the Acolyte's robe because this was from Sastasha. Alternatively, you can go to Tamtara Deepcroft or Copperbell Mines. If you go to Sastasha, it's actually off the second boss, Captain Madison. Quite easy to unsync that and go and get that. Alternatively, the Battle Mage's robe and the Pilgrim's robe might work for gold rating. I have not tested them this week, but they should historically work. And then we move on to our gloves, which are the Cattle Wrist Gloves. You can get these from the Ixali Beast Tribe back in Realm Reborn. If you haven't already started this, you get them for free when you start those quests, but essentially they're equipable by everybody level 1 and above, and if you've misplaced them, go back to the Ixali vendor. For 145 gil you can replace them. There isn't really much reason for me to include alternatives to this, because they're really easy to get. And finally, for our shoes, as you probably will have guessed from the clue, we're going for some Skyrat boots. You can either go for the original Skyrat boots, which are craftable, or indeed the replica Skyrat boots of any job, because they are also tradable on the market board, and they're also unlocked to any job as well, so they're all available as glamour and everybody can use them. Pretty easy 100, quite frankly, but let's see if we can improve that with an 80 with dies. So with an 80 with dies, as you can see on screen, we have gone for any weapon dyed soot black, which is a dye purchased from the Ixali. We've got cherry pink on any helm, and we've got Oppo brown, another NPC vendor purchase dye on any chest, soot black on any gloves, honey yellow on any legs, and soot black on any feet. Speaking of those dyes, if we go over to Nanabe or any other low-level city-state dye merchant, this one is in Uldar's Sapphire Avenue Exchange, you can get both a rose pink dye for 40 gil and Oppo brown dye. If you pick up a can of both of those paints and go over to the Gold Saucer, get yourself the Cattle Wrist Gloves, like I say, which are available to everybody in the game, level 1 and above, from that particular Ixali Beast Tribe, and you dye your helm rose pink and your chest Oppo brown, and equip those gloves with something equipped in every slot. You will get a guaranteed 80 score, which is the maximum required. Minimum required for the maximum MGP for the week. Nice and simple. Everybody can do this, including on a free trial. Nice and simple. Very much a very simple week. Hopefully it continues like this for our MGP return. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.